Hello and welcome back to International Racing Series. We are back live for a landmark season, which is season 10, and we are live in Austria for Tier 2 round 1 with a 18-minute qualifying session to get us underway. Hopefully it's a dry one, unlike Tier 1's first race. Bit of a wet race, so hoping for an all dry session today. Let's run through the grid. We'll start with where's the championship winners from last season. They're in Mercedes now, aren't they? Yes. Parseval and Brannan, the Constructors champions from last season in Aston Martin, moving over to Mercedes. Parseval winning his first championship. Let's see if he can hold on to that. We've got the Ferraris, IRS LB44, Nick Broom. The Red Bulls of Euros, Cuturillo and Mathieu's Monster. McLaren's, Finn Kits and Grego could be a team hard to beat this season. We've got Chems and Cake and RC moving over from the Red Bulls into the Saubers. Elmo of the Void moved over from Haas into Williams. His teammate unfortunately not here today. We've got some new drivers here as well. Zayden is here in the RB. He's got a teammate of Kentram coming from the Ferrari. We've got Kurt in the Aston Martin reserving today. His debut to see what he can do. We've got Bubbly in the Haas. First time for him. Or she, not too sure, but I'm presuming it's a he. Super Skills in the Alpine. His teammate is Outlaw. Not here today, unfortunately. Remy reserving this season. He's going to be driving for Aston Martin today. And that is pretty much a grid so far. We've got our first drivers on a flying lap here. And it looks to be Zayden is here in the RB. Just ahead of Kurt in the Aston Martin. Let's see what sort of times we can do here for Tier 2. Pole position, probably a high 103, low 104. Midfield, looking at 105, 106s. Let's get the telemetry up. Yeah, it's all up, all good. As we're watching, Zayden is here, come through sector 2 for a 45.8. Purple sector, obviously. First lap. I don't know if this is Wi-Fi or the connection to this lobby, but he is moving about a lot. So hopefully that doesn't affect anyone in the race. Crosses the line, and the first time of the day will be a 105.9. Kurt M, 97, was a 106.4. We've got Super Skills up next, is it? No, it's Bubbly. Bubbly across the line in the Haas. Will set a time of 105.6. Super Skills beats that by 21 thousandths of a second with also a 105.6. We've got Parseval, who's on a 45.2. His teammate crosses the line a second quicker than the top people at the moment. Elmo does a 104.2. Here comes Parseval in his new livery. The reigning champion crosses the line and does a 105.0. Puts himself in P3. We have got Nick Broom, who's going to be across the line next, but that will be in the validation. So we'll look to Grego Gamer in the Papaya Orange. There's a 104.3. IRS LB44, a 107.6. But I'm sure that's a warm-up lap for him. He's going to turn his DRS on now. Yes, he does. So one preparation lap for IRS LB44. Mathieu's Monster has invalidated his first lap. As the two Saubers getting on. They're right with each other on the track. 44.9 for Chems and Cake. RC right behind him, getting a bit of a slipstream as well, where it counts. Could affect him in the slow corners though. Chems and Cake with a big moment there. The rear sliding out a little bit into the final corner as well. Crosses the line. There's a 104.7. RC dives into the pits. Let's have a look at IRS LB44. His teammate just ducking out the way there. In the two Ferraris this season. Into the final corner we go. It's going to be a 106, I think. 106.9, stays P10 for now. Matthew's Monster has invalidated again. Finkits looked very good last season. This time he's going to get a full season ahead of him. I'm sorry for that as well, actually. I just realised that I'm in game chat, so if I'm annoying any of you, sorry for that. I'll go into party chat right now, and we should be able to see the rest of Finkit's lap. Into the final corner we go. Crosses the line. Can he beat Elmo's time of 104.2? Yes, he can. Snatches away provisional pole for now with a 104.1. Michelle Mocky Mocker, good luck everyone. Here to support Elmo again for another season. Zayden's here, good luck to all you guys in the Twitch chat as well. Anyone out there setting purple sectors? Nick Broom, well, was very close to invalidation, runs a bit wide at the apex on the final corner. Looks to be a 107.0, just behind his teammate. Two Ferraris struggling at the moment. Euros, Cuturillo out on track with Kentrum, RC as well back out there now. Elmo on an outlap, Brannan on an outlap as well. Oh, Bubbly's had a big moment, just caught that out the final corner, lighting up the rears on the curb. Into the wall he goes, so I think he'll be diving back into the pits for a fresh set of rubber and possibly a wing change. Kurt M in sector 1, half a second up, half a tenth up, sorry, I get carried away there. This is his first ever league race, so he's backed off, lost a bit of time. Might have to dive into the pits, get a brand new set of tyres and go again. Does all of these setting fastest laps on them 4-lap old softs. Let's go on board with Kentrum and see what he can do. 16.4 into sector 1. Teammate is currently sitting P9, middle of the pack. RB last season wasn't one of the best teams out there in tier 2 and the combined constructors. Let's see if this season can be any better for this team. So 45.7, pretty decent sector 2. Should see a mid pack at the moment, inside the top 10. But how far up into the top 10 will he be? Final corner, he'll use a lot more hot lap there as well, to be fair. P9, just ahead of his teammate. Only 5 thousandths of a second between the two RBs there. RC's going to cross the, no he's not, he's back into the pits again. Mistake somewhere for RC. Euros Cuturillo, invalidation for him. Going to be going again. Grego Gamer, can he make it in McLaren 1-2? No, he's 2 tenths down at the moment. Needs to find a bit more time. I think he's going to be straight into the pits, is he? No. He's going to carry on with his laps, see if he can find some more time in his last couple of corners. Perfectly on track limits. Crosses the line. Does find some time, but not enough to jump Elmo. Kev's in cake. Into sector 2 we go. Just under 2 tenths down on his personal best. Can he find any more time in these last couple of corners? Takes it a lot better this time. Jumping over that curb, but cuts the corner too early and invalidates his lap and his next one. Parsifal sitting down at P6 at the moment. Possibly made a mistake. So all runs off the track, does Parsifal. I think he's caught in 2 minds there. Super skills also on a lap. Is anyone improving at the moment? Can't see anything. Zayden is here. Is on a lap. Misses the apex a little bit. At last corner, you want to cut that curb as much as you can. Euros Cuturillo goes up to P12. Elmo has set a 103.9. Puts himself ahead of the two McLarens. We've got Remy out there now as well. Matthias Monster. Remy's invalidated. It's pretty close up top, and it's pretty close in the midfield at the moment. One good lap could get you up a few positions there. RC, no time set at the moment. P17, teammate sits P5. Was pretty quick last season. RC does not want to be starting P17 here at Austria. As who's just improved there? I think that was Matthias Monster crossing the line, jumping up to P8 with a 105.2. RC on a 44.8. Need to take it very careful here in these last couple of corners to just get a lap over the board instead of trying to push and potentially invalidating, which he's done. Will cross the line and jump up to P5 ahead of his teammate. So now on this last lap, he can push as hard as he wants to try to get some more time in the bag. Bubbly, 2 seconds down. Kerr up to 105.7 in the Aston Martin. How's Remy getting on? His teammate for the day, invalidation. Zayden is here on a slow lap. He's gonna have to dive into the pits and get some more fuel. IRS LB 44 down on his time at the moment. How's Brannan getting on? Currently ahead of last season's champion, which is his teammate. No improvement on this lap. Let's jump on board with Elmo, and that's not because he didn't improve that last lap and he's out of fuel and IRS. A lot of people waiting in the pits. Surprised they haven't come out on the same set of tyres to try another lap and then wait for the final lap with about 2 minutes to go on a brand new set of tyres. Kims and Cake running wide, that's going to be an invalidation. Remy in the Aston Martin, the only driver to not set a lap at the moment, is finally about to do so with no ERS turned on. It was a 108.2, stage P17, turns his hot lap on, enters turn 1, misses the apex. I've not seen any teamwork here with the slipstreams up the 2 straights. Would be a good advantage if one of the teams did do that. Would gain at least 2 tenths, I'd say, if you've got a red water track there, which is Euros Cuturillo. Yeah, I'm very surprised that no one's done any teamwork here with the slipstream, with one driver going out a lap earlier than the other. Remy with a big improvement here, 1.7 up on his time. Into the final couple of corners we go. He's looking pretty good for a top 10 here. And exactly that, P10 for Remy. Nick's down on his time into sector 1. Currently P17 for the Ferrari. Not looking good. Need to find some time from somewhere. This is 2 Ferrari boys. Let's jump back on board with Kems and Cake. Also a team here, the Saubers, that could be battling for the constructors come the end of the season. Definitely got the pace for it. Just over half a tenth up on his time is Kemsing Cake. Needs a bit more to jump into the top 5 and above his teammate. Takes the final corner a lot better this time. Crosses the line and does a 104.442 and does indeed jump above his teammate. Super skills. The only Alpine here today. Outlaw with a no-show. Didn't sign attendance, so I'm not too sure where he is. Hopefully super skills can do well for the Alpines. How's Kentrum getting on? Just ahead of his teammate on track. Crosses the line. Jumps up to P8. Good lap from Kentrum. Zayden is here. Right behind Kentrum as well. Makes a bit of a mess of turn 1 possibly there. Because he backed out it straight away. IRS LB44. 4 attempts up on his time. He's got to find a lot more than that if he wants to find any positions. Nick Broom has him validated into the final corner there. Hopefully we get to see it. There he is, right on the apex. With his front left off. And that has possibly cost his teammate there a bit of time. RC going for another lap. Elmo's on a flyer. No one able to beat him at the moment. Finn Kitts, a tenth and a half behind. He's just about to start. No, he's not. He's in the middle sector. That's his Grego gamer. But Elmo's flying here. He's absolutely flying. He's 2 tenths up on his best. And he's about to beat. No, he's not. He's just ruined it completely. And he's cut the final corner. A 103.8. Elmo of the Void was on for a 103.7 now, I'd say. It's just ruined the chance of definitely having pole position. Because Finn Kitts has got a bit of slipstream here, I think. Who's that Aston Martin? It's Kurt. It's Kurt on a lap. No, he's not. He backs out of it, gets out of the way of Finn Kitts. Bubbly as well, not too far behind. Getting a nice slipstream from Finn Kitts here as well. Let's have a look at Gregor Gamer first. The McLaren driver into the final corner. Can he snatch away pole from Elmo? 104.0. Super skills into the pits. Matheus Monster, currently P10. Crosses the line, jumps up to P9. Let's go back to Finn Kitts. Has he got enough in the bag to take away pole position from Elmo? No, he doesn't. It's a 104.042. Bubbly jumps up to a P8 there with a 104.7. Remy goes P12. IRS LB44 is backed off. Euros Puterillo will not be improving as well. So Elmo again, the main man in qualifying, just like last season, with the most pole positions all season long. I started off season 10 exactly the same. Yeah, Elmo first pole. Well, how many pole positions is he on now? Let me just check the stats. Must be like at least 10. That is pole position number 8 for Elmo of the Void. The 2 McLarens, second and third. The person I'm quite shocked about there is the reigning champion Parseval down in P7. Some standout drivers there. Bubbly in the Haas. Debut in the top 10. Some drivers I'm a bit shocked about are the two Ferraris. There's your confirmation of the top 10. But yeah, IRS RB44 and Nick Broom, I'm a bit shocked by. I thought they would have had a bit more pace than that. I'll be back in about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, while everyone sorts out their strategy, picks their tyres for the race. Michelle Mookie Mocha, 8 indeed. Probably sent that quicker than I said it. As we just wait for the drivers to pick their strategies, I'm going to get a Discord link. So if anyone wants to join the server as a driver or a fan, if you're supporting someone, you can join the server, check out the server, see all the standings, the statistics, the history. You're more than welcome to. So there's the link in the Twitch chat. Good for the server as well to get more people in there. 160 people now within the server, over 150 people on the Twitch. Good numbers, good numbers. So everyone, a bit like today's Qatar race, everyone is starting on the mediums except one person, which is Matthew's Monster on the hards. A bit like Nico Hulkenberg, who was the upper driver in the real life race, starting on the hard tyres compared to everyone else. So he's going to have a hard start to this race, but we'll be going longer. Good thing it's dry as well, unlike the tier 1 race with a wet start. Let's see if Elmo can hold off the two McLarens in this opening lap. Everyone's keeping pretty clean on this formation lap. No one's been disqualified yet. Let's see how they get on going into the grid spots. So here's Elmo, and Elmo's been disqualified straight away from this grid spot, so it's going to put him a yard or two back. Finn Kit's spot on. That's a, yeah, you could tell that was a disqualification. Parseval, P7, needs a good start here in his Mercedes. Super Skills also with a disqualification there. Zayden is here, Kentram. Right, here we go then. Season, oh, just waiting for Nick. The straggler at the back in the Ferrari. Well, that's a bit of a crap camera angle there, isn't it? Here we go then. Season 10 is about to get started with 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And away we go for the first time this season. Elmo's got a great start. So is Grego, straight up to P2 above his teammate. Kemsin Cake has jumped Brannan. Parseval's around the outside of RC as well. So the two Mercedes with a bit of a mixed start there. Finn Kitts trying to have a look at his teammate into turn 3. We've got yellow flag in the background with Remy and Matthew's Monster dropping all the way down to P17 from 10th from the grid. Kems and Cake trying to get past Finn Kits. The two Mercedes are side by side. Parcel jumping up into P5. 2 spots gained for him. Bit of contact there between the Sauber and McLaren. Bubbly up to P7. RC dropping all the way down to P8. The 2 RBs into the top 10. 9th and 10th for them. Nearly contact between Super Skills and Kurt. The 2 Ferraris have gained a couple of positions as well, but Elmo keeps the lead of this race on the first lap. But what a start that was from Grego there. Very quick off the line, jumping his teammate, who's got to be careful here not to lose the DRS, which has now been enabled. And it's a pretty calm opening couple of laps here from Tier 2, which is good to see. Got a bit of action going on in the background. We've got Zayden is here, moving up the inside of Kurt. Kurt with a better exit though. We'll have the DRS as well, so we'll keep P10 for now. Super Skills having a little look. Zayden is here as well. Always drove into the back of Zayden, missed his braking. 2 Ferraris having a battle there with Euro's Cucciarillo. Grego Gamer pressurising Elmo for the lead of this race. We've got a long way to go in this race. Anything could happen, anything could change. But right now, it is still a Williams in the lead with the 2 McLarens just behind. Parseval looking much better here in a race than he did qualifying. Finn Kits with the new fastest lap of the race, 106.9. Parseval with a bit of a moment into turn 1. Brandon's dropping back a little bit as Grego Gamer gets past Elmo for the race lead. Bit of contact there. DRS will be big in this race. There'll be a lot of changes throughout this race because of that. Oh, we've got going on in the background is contact, and if someone's front wing has come off, Nick Broom, Euros Cucciarillo and Remy all come into contact as Remy's trying to make a double move. Euros Cucciarillo trying to go around the outside, misses his braking zone. He's off into the gravel as spins round in the Red Bull. Very bad start for the 2 Red Bull drivers here. 16th and 17th now. Let's jump back up to the top. Because there's a bit of a DRS train from 1st down to 9th. And there's another DRS train going on as Elmo is trying to make a move into turn 1. On Grego Gamer around the outside. Gets the job done. Great move from him. He's got the DRS as well, so Grego could lose another position here to his teammate. Finn Kits coming up the hill. Grego backs off to let his teammate by. Kems and Cake also having a look. They've dropped Brannon, who's out of the DRS now. That's going to cost him. It's a decent little start from Tier 2 though. I'm impressed with this so far compared to the last couple of seasons. Zayden is here having a little battle with Kurt. He's off the track, loses his position to Super Skills as well, possibly IRS LB44 in the Ferrari. He's going to smash one as well, which he does. Now up to P12 is IRS LB44. Here's the reigning champ, Parseval, having a little look at Kems and Cake. He gets a bad exit out the final corner. Top 5 put it away now. Brandon has dropped off. Is under pressure from Bubbly in the Haas, who's having a great little debut here. Let's go back up to the top though, because Finn Kits now takes the lead of this race. Elmo's had a big moment, loses the rears. He's going to lose 4 positions here. From P1 all the way down to P5. Too keen on the throttle. Light up the rear tyres. And drops down a few positions as Brandon was under pressure from Bubbly there, I believe, but then RC took advantage of that, jumping up into P7. But yeah, like I was saying, Bubbly had a good little start here. P8 at the moment. Yellow flag in the background. Why is that? That looks like Super Skills has had a moment as well somewhere. Has he still got his front wing? Can't tell at the moment because we're in a helicopter. Nah, that's all good from there. Parseval down the main straight, up the inside of Kems and Cake. Both of them draining their battery. Bit of a moment again for Kems and Cake. Going to be under pressure from Parseval. Not quite, uses enough IRS to defend. Elmo. Not looking good right now. After a great start to the race, two McLarens switching positions. IRS will be 44, now up into the top 10. Like Parseval, with much better race pace than his qualifying pace. Runs a bit wide though, but just jinxed him. As Kurt takes the position back, IRS will be 44, that was a bit of a dodgy rejoin there. And he's dropped all the way back down to P13. Nick Broom and Super Skills side by side for 14th position. They're still just about side by side. Parseval again, having a look at Kems and Cake. Elmo as well, trying to make a move somewhere. Two McLarens switch position once more. I'm surprised by Brannon's pace here. He's 3 seconds off the top 5. Nick Broom with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Here comes Parseval this time around the outside. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. Kems and Cake is defending well. Parseval looks like he's got a much better straight line speed advantage to Kems and Cake here. But Kems and Cake must have more downforce than him because he keeps pulling away in the corners. Here comes Elmo around the outside of Parseval. This is going to be a move and a half. But Kems and Cake is really slow in the straights here. He's definitely got a downforce package here. Somehow still kept ahead of Parseval and Elmo. Here comes Elmo. Past Parseval. And this is helping the McLarens beautifully here. They've now escaped the DRS from Kems and Cake. Pulled away 1.9 seconds. As RC and Bubbly pick up a 3-second time penalty each. Elmo moves back up into P3. RC and Brannon side by side. RC getting a jump on Brannon, but Brannon's going to have the DRS and come straight back past him. Yeah, the two McLarens are off 1.7 seconds ahead. But Elmo just took 3 tenths out of him there in that one corner. Oh, Kems and Cake again, sliding around that corner, taking too much curve. Yeah, Elmo's caught up really quickly there. The McLarens need to use the DRS to their advantage here and try to put away Euros, Cuturillo and Nick Broom, Super Seal, sorry, picking up a 3-second as well, very early on. Only lap 9. Everyone on the medium tyres. Here comes Kems and Cake on Elmo. Parseval's going to go for a double move. Wasn't quite there. It's a good little battle this. Bit of contact between Elmo and Parseval there. Too close for comfort. There's a big field spread here. Top 5 at the moment are on a different planet. Does Elmo go for the move into turn 1 on Kems and Cake? Yes, he does. Bit of contact. Parseval's going to go straight through the middle of both of them. and say thank you very much for that. And while these three keep battling, McLaren will have big smiles on their faces. Brannan and Kentrum having a little battle here. It's good to see Kentrum in the mix for some good points here. Had a good race. We've got the two Aston Martins in 10th and 11th having a little battle. Kurt M 97 debut league race, currently inside the points. IRS Open 44 Super Skills and Zayden is here, all having a little battle as well. So there's battles everywhere you look on this track at the moment. There's only a couple cars that are out of the mix, which is Nick Broom, Euros Cucciarillo and Macula's Monster, all hoping for a safety car. Parseval again under pressure from Kems and Cake due to this DRS, who's going to dive up the inside. Parseval's going to try to switch back. He's going to lose out though due to the DRS, so there's no point wasting that ERS. Elmo down in P5, 1.7 seconds back from them two. Brannan and RC still going at it, side by side. Where's Brannan? There he is. Tries hanging on to it around the outside. RC with some good defending. Brannan concedes the position. Remy has got past his teammate now. Up into the points he goes. We should start seeing some pit stops in the next 3 or 4 laps, I'd say. Saying that, Kentrum's already in. Kentrum going for an early pit here. Lap 12. Should be a brand new set of hards. We'll rejoin probably just in front of Nick Broom in P14. Will we start to see some more people into the pits as we go back on board with Parseval? Going for a switch back on Kems and Cake, and that was absolutely beautiful there for the Mercedes driver. Realising that Kems and Cake had gone in too deep, puts on the anchor, switches the car back, and gets up into P3. Has helped Elmo now as well back into the fight. McLaren's now 3.5 seconds out in front. Will we see any more changes here? Of course we will. There's too much DRS for Austria. Kems and Cake right onto the gearbox of that Mercedes. Elmo of the Void. Possibly going to go for a double overtake on the next straight. Ooh, bit of moving under braking there from Kems and Cake. Remy with a 3-second time penalty. As he loses the position to his teammate Kurt, who's now up to P9 after that Kentrum pit stop. As Kurt defends from his teammate, Remy trying to get a better exit. Onto the grass he goes. Trying to go around the outside as Grego Gamer decides that he wants to go into the pits and try to get the undercut on his teammate Finn Kitts. As we've got a three-way battle here now for the podium. Elmo of the Void with a double overtake. Bit of a risky one, causing contact between him and Elmo. More contact there between the Sauber and the Mercedes. There's a bit of tension in this little battle now, I can sense it. Everyone's getting impatient, even though they've got a long way to go. Grego rejoined in P8. Elmo with the void with the 3-second time penalty. I've just seen an incident there between RC, I think that was, and Brannan. RC concedes the position, saying sorry for that, I think. I think he outbraked himself into Brannan and gave the position back. If I was possible, I'd dive into the pits. I think Elmo's into the pits, yes he is. Parseval as well. Finn Kits. Let's see where Finn Kits rejoins. Has Grego done the right thing and gone for the undercut on his teammate? Kimsey Cape with a 3-second time penalty. Finn Kits is leaving the pits. Here comes Grego into turn 1. Grego has got the undercut, but he hasn't broke the IRS, I don't think. One lap holder tyres to his teammate. We've got 15 viewers. Hope you enjoy this tier 2 race. Season 10. RC and Bubbly. Bit of wool rub in there. A lot of drivers have picked up penalties very early on. Not even halfway through this race yet. Got a yellow flag. And that is Zayden is here. That's going to be a safety car. A virtual safety car. Oh my god, that's just saved some people. Like Kems and Cake, he's going to be diving into the pits. Braden will dive into the pits. Bubbly as well. RC going to dive into the pits. That could change the whole order of this race now. Kems and Kate might rejoin ahead of Elmo, Parseval. Yeah, he does. Up into P3 with a big gap. Braden comes out just behind Elmo. Parseval's right off the pace now due to this virtual safety car. Watch your deltas, no one get a drive through. Watch your deltas. Remy down in P10. Super skills. Oh, Parseval got a drive through. I knew that was happening with someone. Tier 2, it always happens. Someone forgets to watch their delta and a drive through penalty happens. The reigning champion, he won season 9 last time out with Aston Martin, is having the worst possible start to the season with a drive through penalty that he's got to serve, while his teammate picks up a 3-second time penalty for good measure. IRS lobby 44 as super skills having a battle. Parseval stays out. If I was him, I would have boxed straight away, just in case there was another safety car. Zayden is here, has left the session. Unfortunately for him, that is his tier 2 debut over and done with. Freeway battle into turn 1 there. Kentrum, RC and Bubbly. As here comes RC up the inside of the RB driver Kentrum. What can Bubbly do? A bit too far back to have a little move at RC. Here we got into the pits, that is Matthew's Monster. He's going to be very close to getting lapped here. Grego trying to close in on his teammate, get the move done, but they've been with each other the whole race. Finikits losing the position to his teammate. Passable, no audio. Yeah, my bad about that. First race back, I'll get used to it again. But unlucky for Passable. With that drive-through penalty, no wing damage. Not a good start. As Remy's having a look at super skills here. Got a yellow flag, and that is Nick Broom out of the race, and that is a safety car. I'm not sure how's he even retired. What? How's he even retired out there? Nah, there's no way that's I'm sorry, but how? Has he just lost it going into that corner, into the barriers on the right? Bit baffled there. But everyone's going to be diving into the pits. Matthew's Monster, for some reason, has just boxed after being a lap down. Could have got himself back into this race if he carried out past the pits. Same with Kurt. Oh, they didn't think. They could have been battling for positions if Matthew's Monster and Kurt stayed out and overtook the leaders, went round again and boxed. There would not be a lap down. Yeah, a bit of a shocker there from them too. Got fucked by EA again. Drive-through penalty for Remy. It's that time of the race where people are starting to lose their heads. They're not thinking straight. They're not thinking about strategy. What's best to do for their race. Not checking Delta. Euros Cuturillo into the pits. Game changed my wing into the drive-through. Oh, you should have changed it on your dash and put it to no. You know where it says yes or no or auto? Should have changed it to no, and then you would have drove through. That's one thing I hate about that, you know. It's like when you have it set to yes and you go into the pits and they don't change your front wing. When you have it set to auto, sorry, and you go into the pits and they don't change your front wing. You have to change it to yes and they'll do it. Yeah, that's fucked. That's always been a problem, that. Not just this game as well. I think the last couple of games it's been like that. Gonna have a 10-lap shootout by the looks of it. Just waiting for who you waiting to catch up. Euros Cuturillo. Yeah, that sucks for Kurt and Matthew's Monster. I would not have boxed. Seven people with penalties as well. That is not what you want to see. Kim does love a late double move. Yeah, his defending's been a bit wild this race. Most of the time it's been fair, but sometimes it's been a bit wild. Sitting in P3, sorry, with 6 seconds. Elmo has had a bit of a mixed race as well. Kentron's looking good there. Could see himself into the top 5. Who's that into the pits? That is Remy and Bubbly for some reason. Along with IRS LB44. Are you jumping onto softs? IRS 44 is. Bubbly is as well. What's Remy doing? Is that a brand new set of mediums? See you next week. Hopefully get my championship defense on track. Yeah, Silverstone next week as well, so should be a bit better. As we wait for the safety car to end, Pascal leads the session. I'm glad it stayed dry as well. Safety car in this lap. IRS 44 looking pretty good. No penalties for him. Apparently P10 on the soft tyres. The server is awful. I'm not sure what's up with that. I was host of tier 1 and we didn't have no problems whatsoever. So maybe it's possibly a lot of different drivers from different locations. And the connection between drivers is not going too well. That's what I can think of, because IRS 44 has just ruined that 3 seconds advantage over the drivers ahead of him as Bubbly DNFs into the final corner. No, I was cutting. Brannan with a 10-second penalty as well. So the two constructors winners from last season, Brannan and Parseval, are having an absolute horrid race here. Kentrim's now up to P5 and is looking for a podium here. Can he keep up with Brannan and Kemps Cake? He needs to use that ERS and try to stick in the back of the DRS. IRS 44 is now up to P8. Euros Cuturilla up to P9. What's happened to Elmo as well? He's lost a couple of positions, down to P6. Top 2 have pulled away again. Finn Kits and Grego. I'll definitely get that 1-2 here unless they make a mistake. They've been 1-2 this whole race. Driving very well indeed. What can Kentrim do though? Can he get his first ever podium in IRS? Yeah, he's yet to get one in IRS. Never had a podium before. He's got Elmo right behind him as well. He needs to defend from Elmo because he can definitely put a 3-second gap over Kentrim. Just needs to stick close to Brannan and Kempton Cake for the next 7 laps. If I was him, I'd let Elmo go and try to stick right onto the back of him. And just follow him up to the top of Kempton Cake and Brannan. Kempton Cake moving a little bit there. Matthew's Monster getting in the way as well. Not what you want to see. Obviously he's on the soft tires, I think. No, he's not, he's on mediums. But he is getting in the way of this little battle here. Lactose Monster pick up a 3-second time penalty as Gregor concedes the position to his teammate. Oh, that's contact between Brannan and Kemsin Cake. Elmo as well getting involved. This is helping Kentrum beautifully. The 3 drivers ahead of him, all battling for position, all have penalties. Kentrum's just got to keep it within the white lines and stick close to these boys ahead. And that's going to be a first ever podium. What he really needs is Finn Kitts and Grego to come together, have a big crash and win his first ever race, but that's not going to happen between them 2 boys at the top. They've been trading positions and fastest laps throughout the whole of this race. Brannan with another 3-second now, that's 16 seconds. Here comes Elmo. Kentrum's got to use that ERS and just stick with these boys as much as he can. Don't make a mistake, and he will have a podium. Elmo with a big mistake there. Finn Kitts losing the position to Gregor again. It's going to come down to the last lap for them boys, so we'll keep an eye out on this battle. Remy with another 3-second, trying to not put the pressure on Kentrum here, but we are on board with him. He's never scored a podium in IRS before. He's well on his way to doing so if he can just stick within 3 seconds of Elmo. Kemsin Cake and Brannan will not be able to pull that much of a gap in these next 4 or 5 laps. 15 viewers. Going well today. Let's see if Gregor makes a move on Finn with the DRS. Not quite, but he has got a bit more ERS to use. Possibly saving it for the last lap as Elmo moves up the inside of Brannan. Now Kentrum's got to try to do the same and stick with Elmo as much as he can and don't let him get away. He's got to use that ERS, keeping the DRS of Elmo and Brannan. He's not using it though. Starts to use it a little bit down the straight there. Here comes Grego again. Swoops back into the lead. Elmo with a lock up right front. Let's have a look at something right now. Fastest lap goes to Finn. Where's the position game? There it is. Some big gainers there. Euros Guterillo, IRS LB44, Super Skills. At the moment, driver of the day for me would be Kentrum. If he can keep it going and get his first ever podium in IRS. He's up 3 positions right now. Just needs to stick 3 seconds behind Elmo. He's got 3 more laps to do it. Finn Kitts again. Switching positions with Gregor. There goes Elmo up the inside. Elmo's locked up. And that can seal it for Kentrum. There's Elmo off the track. Into the wall goes Elmo, with some wing damage as well. So the 4 drivers who were battling for the Drivers' Championship on the last race of the last season are currently sitting, one of them is sitting P2, one's sitting P6, one is P15 and out of this race, and another has not attended. So this is a big mix up here in Season 10, Round 1 to Tier 2. Finn Kits looking to take maximum points in the first race. Kentrum is driving absolutely solid though. Keep away from them curbs. Don't get a penalty. Use your ERS. Keeping the DRS of Brannan, and that will be your first ever podium in IRS. The midfield battle down the back are all spread out, so at the moment there'll be no position changes for them. IRS LB44 might be able to get Euro's Cuturillo if he gets under 3 seconds, which he's doing right now. Will Kentrum go for it on track as well on Brannan? Might as well. Now Elmo's out the equation. Might as well try go for an overtake on Brannan. We're on to the last lap though, and Grego is in the lead of this race. The 2 McLarens have been battling all race long, within DRS of each other the whole time, and Grego's just ruined himself. I think he's gone too early with the ERS. Finn Kits has a bit of a moment though on the exit, getting the slipstream. If he used his ERS, he could have possibly overtook him, but Grego defends for now, saving his ERS as much as he can. It's going to come down to the line. Will Finn Kits go for a move somewhere, or will he just stay in behind and make it a 1-2 anyway in this order? We're about to find out. Last couple of quarters. Can Grego take his 3rd victory in IRS? I think he will. Finn Kits is too far behind. Last corner, here we go. And Grego will cross the line, victorious for round 1, tier 2. Finn Kits making it a 1-2 for McLaren. Kentrum is going to get his first ever podium in IRS in that RB. What a race for him. Kems and Cake will come home in P4. Elmo has overtaken Brannan for P5, who drops down to P6. Super Skills finishes P7. Euros Cuturillo in P8. IRS LB44 P9. Remy's going to come home in P10 and 1 point for Aston Martin. And then we have Macho's Monster and Kurt in 11th and 12th. GG, let's go. Grego and Finn, great work. Ander with the love heart. IRS LB44 with the driver of the day by the game. But for me, driver of the day has to go to Kentrum, because he started 9th on the grid. He's just moved up to P3 and got his first ever podium in IRS. A great start to the season for him. Grego Gamer taking victory with Finn. Fastest lap going to Finn as well, so maximum points there for McLaren. 25 plus 19. The best start to the season that McLaren could ask for. That was a very good tier 2 race, I'd say. A lot of action all the way from start to the finish. If it's like that for the rest of the season, it's going to be a very exciting one. There's your confirmation of the race. But yeah, solid race from the top 3 there. Well deserved podiums. And anyone else to shout out there? IRS LB44 from P15 to P9. Euros Cuturillo P16 to P8. Good points for them after a bad qualifying session, but yeah, tier 2 round one is over and done with, and we'll be back next week, which for Silverstone, I believe it is. Let me just check. I think it's Silverstone. I don't know. Yeah, it's Silverstone. Round 2, Silverstone, next Sunday, 7:30 p.m. UK time. Come and tune in. Thanks to all the watchers. 14, 15 people watching the race throughout. So thank you to you lot. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.